So for this next series, we're going to use the stretchy band and a block. And this will be a glute workout as well as an outer hip and as well as core. So you'll slide the band up the legs above your knees. And then you're going to bring one knee, we'll start with the left knee to the block, and you can secure that band with the kneecap. So bring it under there. And then you'll walk the palms out underneath your shoulders. Keep the knees very even. And then from here, just lift this right knee in line with the hip. It doesn't need to go any higher. And then lower. And that's all it is. It's a lot like at the sink workout. Here you're just on the block. And you're working that left glute at the same time. It's kind of why we use the block. Good. And then you'll hold the lift, the knee in line with the hip, and just pulse here. It doesn't need to go any higher than the hip. That way you won't injure your low back. Little pulses up. Keep the hips even. Good. And then you can just go back to the lower lift. And then you'll hold again and just pulse. So you want to do this exercise for about 10 seconds, each with and the next, now holding this position, you're going to bring the knee down to meet the left knee and then open it out to the side, pressing into that band. So just lower and lift, drawing the navel to the spine. Good. And do about 10 of those, and then you'll hold the last one and pulse to the ceiling. Lift up, up, up. And if you feel like you need more, you'll go back to the lower full range of motion and lift. Do 10 more, or do as many as you can, and work your way up, and then pulse at the top into that band. Lift, up, up, up. Good. And you want to make sure to do that on the other side. So you will just flip over. The block will come then under your right knee. You can secure the band or not, it doesn't really need to be, with that right kneecap. And then you'll come out to do the left side. Just lifting left knee in line with the hip, no higher, and then lower. Lift and lower. Try to do 10, and then you'll hold the lift and just pulse here for 10 seconds, drawing the navel in, keeping the spine long, pressing the chest into the upper back. Good, and then you'll go back to full range of motion. Depending on the resistance of your band that you've chosen, will determine how hard this actually is. If you're working your left glute, mostly your glutes, your outer hip. You go to the side when you've done the straight back, lifting as high as you can into that band, and then you'll hold the lift and pulse it here, up, up, up. Engaging your obliques here, your outer hip. And all you need is your block and your band. And that's it. Work your way up. I like to tell my classes to do it until they can't do it anymore. And you'll grow into being able to do it for a lot longer, or you might change the resistance of your band and use something that's even stronger.